Okay, let's go.
Okay team, welcome to today's video, and I'm going to start by sharing some bad news. I rolled both of my ankles. Both. Now, it's kind of ironic, I would say, because in the last month, a couple of my videos on my Instagram went viral, and some of those are videos I made about ankle mobility and preventing rolling ankles and all that kind of stuff, which is kind of ironic because here we are with both my ankles damaged. But good news though, it's actually not that bad. So if I can like rate it out of 10, it would be like a 1.5 out of 10. It's just my Achilles that's a little bit stinging right now, but we're gonna go rehab it and fix that up as soon as possible. Now, how it happened, originally not this past, what's today? About 10 days ago, I was running a 3v3 basketball game at my work, at the school, and I had to play some games because there was a student with no, there's not enough players, so I had to jump in to help out and all that kind of stuff. And I wasn't even going that hard or whatever, I was just like running back and forth, and it was just the stopping and then the running and then the stopping. Later in the day, I saw and felt my knees were shaking, and that's probably because my legs are not used to that kind of like movement, just used for skateboarding, you know. And then I went skating the next day, and my knees were hurting. And if you know a little bit about when your knees are like a little bit injured, all that kind of stuff, your ankles tends to give out. And yeah, went skating the next day and then did a little roll on a flat ground trick. But the mistake that I made was, it was Saturday when I went skating and rolled it, and then I let it heal, gave it a few days to rest up before I jumped back on. And it was like, I think 3-4 days later I went skating, and then I rolled the other one. And that tends to happen because when it's not healed properly, your other ankle is kind of, you tend to roll your other ankle. But the most annoying thing out of this situation is I was on good momentum. If you watched the last 2 videos, I have been documenting relearning skateboarding tricks that I was losing. And yeah, it was going good. I think it's been maybe 5 tricks so far, if I can remember, relearned. And I felt that good momentum rolling and all that kind of stuff, and the confidence was high, and all these ideas of what's possible and like the possibilities that what tricks I can go after next was kind of up there. But the situation happened, and it's kind of a bummer. But I had worse injuries, like with the ankle rolls and all that kind of stuff, so this is not it's not too bad. And it's just a bit of a like annoying, because yeah, I just want to go out there and just keep grinding and keep skating and all that kind of stuff. However, I've got a few things that can keep me entertained while I rest up and heal up. And obviously one is the gym, calisthenics, and trying to learn ring muscle ups and all that kind of stuff, and handstands. And also I'll show you something later in this video where I bought something new recently, and with that particular thing you can kind of learn tricks on it as well. Yeah, so yeah, this video probably won't have skating in it. It probably just have me at the gym and rehabbing my ankles and a little bit of the thing that I talked about. But yeah, it's just part of the journey, I guess, and can't wait to get back out there as soon as possible. Okay, so since I won't be able to go skating for another maybe a week and a bit, I would say, as an estimate, I'm gonna keep myself entertained. And this is a good thing about having a few different hobbies, so you can kind of like rotate and just do other things while you can't do one of the activities and the hobbies that you're into. So instead of skating, obviously you're going to be going to the gym and all that, but to also keep me entertained, is I have these. So I actually just got new nunchucks. I'm an upgrade from my old ones, which is just plastic and it's hollow. But these still pack a punch though, because a couple months ago I hit my head. I think there's still a scar right there. I'll just play you the video. Oh. Holy sh... Wait, is it leave a mark? Yo. 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 So yeah, so I had these since I was a kid. This is still pack a punch, but the new ones are made out of wood, not hollow. And this is about 1 kilo. And definitely do not want to hit myself in the head with these, because definitely like probably get a knockout. Yeah, so just gonna play around with these when I can't skate, and you can learn tricks on these too. When it came in the mail the other day, I actually been trying to learn this thing called a wrist roll, where it just wraps around your wrist, and I can't do it with these old ones for some reason. But that day when it arrived in the mail, I was playing around with it and got it straight away. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just longer or whatever, but I'll just show you. Oh, here's a weird thing. So I learned this a couple months ago. There's like a bounce. Sun's my eye. Whoops. Yeah, I can't do that with this one because the chain is shorter, unless I really grab it. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Whoa, this is scary. I definitely do not want to whack the camera. Here's the wrist roll. Oops. Try get 10. You can feel the flow of it. Can't do it with this one though. Maybe it's just too high. There you go. Not really the smoothest, but... Alright boys, we just pulled up to the gym. We got a pool day today and some ankle mobility. I need to get these ankles up and running as soon as possible because look at the sky. Like, perfect weather for skating. And I'm not skating, which is abomination. So, need to get these ankles strong again. So we can get back out there real soon. Alright people, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a rundown what I do for my ankle mobility routine to rehab my ankle. So for my previous experience with spraining my ankles all these years, like You have to find a balance between resting and strengthening it back up as soon as possible. So let's say you rest it for like 2 months without doing any rehab. 2 months will go by, yep, but the ankle will be still weak if you do not re-strengthen your ankles. So in my case, it only hurts a little bit, thankfully. I can walk without pain, so I pretty much start rehabbing it straight away. Alright, first things first, most gyms will have a buso ball. I like to balance on these for about 1 minute each leg for about 3 sets. Now during the third sets, your ankle should be burning. Now this exercise helps with core strength, helps with stability, helps your knees out as well. So it's like 3 birds in 1 stone kind of thing. If you don't go to the gym or the gym doesn't have a booster ball, what you can do instead is just balance on one leg with your eyes closed and just try to balance as long as possible. Next up, we have band reversions. This strengthens your muscle around the ligaments that got damaged when you roll your ankle, right? You can buy resistant bands from a sports shop from like $15 to $20. So you can do this exercise at home as well. Doesn't have to be at the gym. Just aim for 3 sets, 12 reps is pretty good enough. Now my Achilles is actually the part that is sore the most from these ankle rolls. So now I'm just doing these heel raises, slow and control. These can be challenging at first, especially if you're doing them for the first time or just recently got injured. So lean against the wall when you're doing these. Now I decided to do single leg heel raises because the 2-leg one was a bit too easy. But the same thing, slow and controlled, and I definitely felt the burn and got a little bit of a leg pump after this. Now after this I got a band just to stretch out my ankles and move it around. Both feet for 3 sets, just getting the feel and the stretch for it. Alright, that's pretty much it, and that's gonna wrap up the video. I hope you guys got something out of this, and hopefully in the next video I'll be back on my board. So I'll see you guys next time. See ya, people.